Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone to this new lesson. Today we have Unit 1, Listen and Discuss. The name of the course is Mega Goal 1. This is first semester and we are targeting first secondary grade. What we will learn today, as you can see, discuss past world events and present facts. 2. Identify new vocabulary. 3. Talk about global issues. 4. Listen for general understanding about historical events. The warm-up page. Where do you come from? Can you give an answer for this? When is the National Day of Saudi Arabia? Are there any changes that have affected your world lately? Can you give us the just answers for those questions? Where do you come from? When is the National Day of Saudi Arabia? Are there any changes that have affected your world lately? Alright, listen and discuss. Read the texts below. Find the sentence that talks about most important event in each. After you finish, listen and discuss. Write the fact that each important event had. The world is constantly going through changes. Look at some important events that have changed the world and affected the lives of many people in modern times. Alright, we are going to hear for what we can say a passage about Saudi Arabia. You should focus on the information. At the end of those passages or upcoming passages, we have some exercise. So, are you ready to listen?
Unit 1. Big Changes. Page 6. 1. Listen and discuss.
The world is constantly going through changes. Look at some important events that have changed the world and affected the lives of many people in modern times. The unification of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. King Abdul Aziz, a gifted leader and dedicated warrior for the cause of Islam, was responsible for the legendary event that marked the beginning of modern Saudi Arabia. In 1902, he regained Riyadh, beat the city garrison, took the Masmak fortress, and established his headquarters in the city. He expanded Saudi Arabia to include all the Hijaz, Makkah, and Medina, and united all the tribes into one nation. On September 23, 1932, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was officially established as a unified Islamic state, with Arabic as the national language and the Holy Quran as its constitution. King Abdul Aziz initiated the building of infrastructure and set Saudi Arabia on the road to modernization.
Alright, we have heard information about Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Now time for the United Arab Emirates. Listen and discuss. The city of Abu Dhabi in Abu Dhabi is the capital. The UAE was officially established in 1971. It came after the discovery of enormous oil reserves in Abu Dhabi in 1958. The UAE dirham, a single national currency, was launched in 1973. The oil revenues, as well as income from other commercial activities, have been used to develop thriving economy and social infrastructure. Abu Dhabi now hosts its own Grand Prix at Yas Marina circuits, and Dubai as home to the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa. Now, time for the space race. The Russians launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik first, on October 4th in 1957. Next, Sputnik 2 went up into space on November 3rd. Americans won the race to land the moon more than 10 years later with Apollo 11 on July 20, 1969. 9. This is one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind, said astronaut Neil Armstrong, the first person to walk on the moon. Sultan Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud flew on STS-51G Discovery in June 1985 as the representative of Arab Satellite Communications Organization, Arabsat. He was the youngest person to fly on space shuttle at the age of 28. The communications revolution, the first communication satellite called Telstar was launched from Cape Canaveral on July 10, 1962. This marked the start of rapid transmission of TV signals over the wide areas. What we take for granted today, satellite television, cellular telephones, wireless and high-speed internet connections, and so forth, were a part of science fiction only 40 years ago. Teenagers today are first real citizens on the digital world. Unlike their parents, they have grown up in a world in which electronic delivery of information and entertainment is natural and more accepted than conventional forms like the newspaper, tape, or even film. Alright, now we are going to listen for another different subjects.
Global issues.
Global warming, poverty, security, fresh water, economy, endangered species, terrorism, pollution, diseases, unemployment, traffic, globalization, natural disasters, overpopulation.
Alright, this is one of the global issues, poverty and security as well, fresh water, economy, endangered species, terrorism, pollution, diseases, employment, traffic, globalization, natural disaster, overpopulation. Alright, time for the evaluation. A vocabulary. Find each vocabulary word in the text on page 6. Read the words that come before and after that vocabulary word and then decide which meaning is the best for it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the meaning on the right hand side. We should just match. To affect, to launch, take for granted, to establish, to host, to set up, start, to send into space, to produce a change, to accept as a part of life, to provide a place for. And the right answers, the number 1 goes for the C, produce a change, to B, to send into space. D is the right answer for 3. A is the right answer for number 4, and 5. E is the right answer to provide place for. Now another evaluation, comprehension answer. Sputnik was the name of the Russian spaceship. Is it true or false? King Abdulaziz said Saudi Arabia on road to modernization. At present, the UAE has 10 member states. The UAE dirham came into use in 1963. Digital forms of information are something of the past. Which is the right all the wrong sentences. Number 1 is true, 2 is true as well, F for number 3, F as well for number 5, and for number 4, and for number 5, F. What we have learned today: big changes in Unit 1, listen and discuss, past world events and present effects, also new vocabulary, and we took and see some pictures related to global issues and listen for the historical events. Those were the references, and this line means we have reached to the end. I would like to thank you for your watching. I hope to see you next time. Don't forget, if you want to more information and listen, please visit our website, contact us via Twitter account, or if you prefer to call, this is the right number, 800-442-2220. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye for now.